Sunday morning as I get ready for church. Just want to go live real quick, give my thoughts on the game last night. I'm not surprised. And if you're surprised, you haven't been following the NBA, you haven't been following the trends of this playoff run here, and been kind of seeing the landscape and kind of seeing what's been happening with these teams. One team puts their foot on the gas, they take their foot off the gas, and the other team comes back and just completely ramrods them. That's been going on pretty much all series. All playoff season. This all's been going on. And I told y'all that I had OKC winning this thing in 5 games. I'm still sticking to my guns, and that's exactly what's going to happen. I've said it, and you're going to see it. I had Minnesota winning game 3 at home. That's exactly what I said. And I told y'all that in games that I knew OKC was going to win game 1 and 2 at home. Minnesota was going to get desperate, and they rose to the occasion and pulled off a absolute drubbing in game 3. But I know that in game 4 and 5, the Oklahoma City Thunder is going to make adjustments and they're going to come back and win the game. And don't expect Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to play that horribly. When he's the MVP, don't expect that to happen more than one time. So if you think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to play like that the rest of this series, you need to get off the weed, as Stephen A. Smith would say. So I'm not surprised. And Minnesota's is a good team. In fact, they're a great team. They're just not as good as Oklahoma City. Just because you're not as good as a team that won 68 games, there's nothing to be ashamed of. See, I expect a great team to win some basketball games. That's kind of how this stuff works, guys. But kudos to the OKC Thunder for coming out, being in desperation mode, getting a much-needed win last night, and evening up the series. Well, not evening up the series, but getting the series 2-1. See, the problem's going to come in when, Minnesota didn't get one of those first 2 games. They lost one of those games, and that's what's going to come back to bite them. Because if they lose one more game, this series is a wrap. Because if they get down 3-1, it's a death sentence. I've said this. And they're going to lose game 4. Now, if you're cheering for Minnesota, you got to be feeling a little bit better, confident, but you got to get both of these games. If you're going for Minnesota, if you're like, okay, the only key to victory, this is a must win. It's not a must win for Oklahoma City because they are the home team. They're the better team. So I don't think this is a desperate situation for them unless they lose the next 2 games. But they're still in it. They still have the advantage. They're still up 3-2. Not 3-2. They're still up 2-1. But if Minnesota loses this next game, it's over. And I picked Oklahoma City Thunder to win this series in 5 games. And I expect Oklahoma City to win this next game, not by huge, but by enough to where you'll respect them. I expect Oklahoma City Thunder to win this series in 5, but I expect them to win this next game by about 15, possibly 20. And I expect Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to go off for like 40 to 45 points. All right, Brandon Love Sports TV. Shout out to the LDBC Lions Den basketball community. I'm out. I'll talk to you a little later on. Peace.